All right, everyone. Thanks so much for listening to the episode of Full Body Cast presents Garage Night. Garage Night.
Hello.
Goodbye. Garage Night brought to you by Bordeaux Wine Bar. We were there a couple nights ago. In fact, we're going to go there for one of our friends' birthday. Shekinah, shout out to Shekinah for turning. I can't say actually how old she's turning. And then we're actually going to go to Mazatlan first with the family, with her fam, and then friends afterwards. Go say hi to Andy, and then you might get a little hookup. Shout out to Dan Coot Snyder over at the Chef Country Kitchen. And you might see him walking around. He's always talking trash about me and Corey. I'll walk into to the area that Corey works, and he'll be like, "Hey, did Dan message you? Oh, by the way, someone bought the Travis Kenny the other night. Thank you very much for who bought that at Chef Country Kitchen as well." We got Craig Bentley on the mic.
Craig is here. He is happy to be here, and
He's got helium. Did he just suck on a balloon?
and I'm happy for him to be here too.
Wow.
And my dad.
Oh,
Even
wow.
though he's not a good cleaner.
Whoa.
I'm just kidding.
All right, go. Madden's leaving. She wants a hug. Bye, Madden. Love you. We also have no Corey Bentley on the mic.
Not here.
All right, we do have Craig. Craig, happy Super Bowl day.
Yes. Happy Super Bowl
Weekend. I've got bets that I'm going to go over with you. Plus, we also have the garage beers Jamie so graciously bought. We have the garage beers, which I think we should get paid half of this because of garage night. Obviously, you got go ahead. Try.
I was just saying, I think that this is an homage. I think that they knew what we do because we've been doing this longer than they did their beer, obviously. So
and podcast. Yeah.
So
and so it's garage night, or it's called garage beer. The logo. By the way, are we back drinking? Are you on the sauce? Or are you not on the sauce? Are you still?
I tell you what though, I tried the light. We had this in Philly.
Oh, you did. It tastes like a Coors Light.
It does.
It tastes like
it's light.
Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah.
I've never had it out of a can, but
Right.
but I have not had that. I will try.
So this is Garage Night Lime, or sorry, not Garage Night. This is called Garage Beer because they knew they would get sued if that was the case. It's classic lime beer, small batch brewed, 4% alcohol.
Oh,
1 pint.
It's like water.
Yeah, might as well be just a little. This is a Crystal Geyser that we're drinking, a lime Crystal Geyser. So we're gonna crack this together. Oh yeah, a little foam. Take a little sip. Oh yeah,
that's actually quite
this is
tasty.
Jamie. Come take a sip of this. This is so one of the first times we went to Vegas. Jamie bought a bucket by the pool. I think it was. I forget where it was at. And it was a bunch of lime Bud Lights. And this reminds me of just
Tropicana is where we
Tropicana. No. It was not. It was not Tropicana. That was the second one. The first one.
Did we get the David? Or were we just?
We were just lounging by the pool. It was super cold. Like we covered ourselves with towels. Park MGM, and we crushed beers in the cold.
What happens is when you go to Vegas so much, it all just runs together.
I think we're. I think we're in the 20s. I think we're in the 20s. You think it's more than 20?
20 times?
Yeah.
Maybe last year.
Seven? Yeah, I guess.
3 years.
Have we reached 30?
Yeah, we've been for sure.
All right, your homework right now while you're doing stuff.
My homework is go find tax receipts.
Yeah, that's true. We owe taxes, baby. Oh, and we got the coasters, or we got the. At least I do. You don't. Sorry,
okay.
bud. Anyway, happy Eagles.
Yeah.
Cheers, dude. I missed you for the NFC Championship, but and I want to tell you,
Most of my predictions were close, though.
they were.
I mean, besides Barkley, didn't get to the over.
I took the under on it.
But that was smart.
Yeah.
But he would have made it over if he played the fourth quarter.
I will. Yes, that's true. They were kind of resting him at that point. There was a Madden football game. I'm going to tell you these bets I've taken.
Okay.
I want to hear from. I'm sure you've taken a few. Maybe you've gone with one of the TC or anyone like that down
Hit
there.
and miss.
Say what?
Hit and miss. I did not bet as much on this Super Bowl as I did 2 years ago.
Yeah.
I feel that I might have jinxed it 2 years ago.
Okay. Yeah.
So I was going a little light this time.
Okay. All right. Each team to score 1 field goal and 1 touchdown in both halves. So it's a field goal. 10,
That's reasonable.
Just 10. Okay. That's a $6 bet to win $66.
Not bad.
Not bad. Okay. I don't know if I'm going to do all the bets and what I'm going to win. Yeah, I will say. Any interception to occur in the end zone. Just any,
that's
like,
a tough one.
throw it up in the air. Maybe
I don't think either one of them do.
last second.
I don't think that's a good bet.
Okay. All right. Well, that's $2 to win 16. So I mean, it's light.
Light bet.
Okay. I will be the first to score is what it's called. This is, you go to the Muckleshoot Casino and do these. They actually have these prop bets and they have them named. Like I didn't do this. I didn't do one, but one was called Eagles Get Kareemed, and that's 2 touchdowns by Kareem and over 100 yards rushing by Kareem. I didn't take it. Not going to happen. Yeah, Eagles defense too good. I will be the first. It's either an A.J. Brown or Travis Kelce to score the first touchdown.
Brown.
Well, it's either one.
Oh,
but yeah, either one.
I'm just telling you who it'll be.
It's gonna be Brown. Okay. And that is $2 to win 10. Again, not a huge bet. Give me the ball. Saquon Barkley and Kareem Hunt to combine for over 200 plus rushing yards.
I think it's in. That's doable.
$5 to win.
Probably
21.
150 for Barkley and 50 for Hunt.
Yeah. I mean, how do you not take that? I will be the first to score. Saquon Barkley or Kareem Hunt to score the first TD.
I like the other scoring first better because I do believe the first touchdowns will come through a pass.
Okay. All right.
But I don't mind that bet.
You don't
That's
mind
very
that? Okay.
doable.
That's like $9. We work quick. AJ Brown and Xavier Worthy to have 1+ reception in the first quarter.
Yes, 100%.
Okay. Not a big. That's like a plus 115. So it was a $2 bet. Won $4. If I golden opportunity. DeAndre Hopkins 50+ receiving yards and to score 1 or more touchdowns.
No.
5 to win 105. That's why the
That's
odds.
a good bet.
Yeah, that's always running in Philadelphia. Jalen Hurts to score 2+ rushing TDs, and Barkley to score 2+ rushing TDs. $5 to win 115.
I mean, it's a solid bet to win, but I don't think it'll happen.
Yeah. I think those are all the named ones. Now I'm going to go to just the normal ones. First one, tails. It's going to be the opening kickoff or the opening. It's going to be tails.
Sure, that's 50-50 bet.
That
Or is it?
Or is it? Eagles win the coin toss. I put that.
I hope so.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Well, I bet on it. I hope. Yeah. Yes.
What do you think they do? You think they defer?
They defer. No. They want the ball and they're going to score. They're going to win.
Part of me wants them to do that and go score the first touchdown.
Just set the tone.
But I think the defense could set the touchdown, intercepting Mahomes or knocking him on his ass. Play 2 also.
It's going to be hard. It happened in the Seahawks game, but I'm going to go with that answer because I want that to happen. I have a defensive back winning the MVP.
No.
It's $5 to win $205.
Does it have to be a DB or is it actually a person?
DB, anyone. Huh? Which it's happened with the Seahawks. So I was like, hey, you know what? Sometimes history repeats itself. Saquon Barkley, Super Bowl MVP.
Very possible.
Put it on there. 5 to win 16.
Very possible.
Saquon Barkley, player to score 2 or more touchdowns.
I believe that's going to happen.
$5 to win $18.75.
I believe that will happen.
Okay. Now here are the parlays. Touchdown parlay. All 4 players have to score for this to happen. $5 to win 80. Saquon, Jalen, Kareem Hunt, Xavier Worthy.
I think Hunt is the one out of those 4 that may not.
May not. Yeah. Yeah. Last one. This is $9.10 to win $609. 6-leg parlay.
Yep.
Saquon to go over 113.5 rushing yards. Kareem Hunt, this is going to be the hard one, to go over 44.5. It was in the 50 range. I'm okay with it. It's under 50. Jalen Hurts to go over 36.5 rushing yards. Xavier Worthy to get over 5.5 receptions. He gets those little 5-yard throws like to the side. DeAndre Hopkins to get over 1.5 receptions, so just 2 catches. And then Mahomes, and this is the Eagles defense, and this is where under 253.5 passing yards. Mahomes has to stay under that. I think the Eagles will hold him under.
I think they're going to be playing from behind, so I think that last one is the one.
That's going to be a hard one.
Problem.
Yeah, that's going to be
I think the
hard
rest of those are very doable.
Well, let's get in on
That's
it.
a solid bet.
Okay. Now, did you make? You don't have to say the amounts. I said you already said you didn't go heavy, but what did you bet, or what are you planning on betting?
So, the funniest bet right now is actually a bet that I made for Keri. Only because I stopped at the casino on a Tuesday night after work, I said, "Hey, I'll make a bet for you." That's how you get away with being able to stop at the casino on a
Smart.
Tuesday night.
Yeah.
This bet is awesome, though. It's a kicker bet. It is both kickers to get it's 2.5 extra points
Okay.
and 1.5 field goals. So obviously that's
It's
3
just
extra
kickers.
points
It's just-
and 2 field goals
Yeah, okay.
between them. So it's what's that, a 4 parlay, right? It was like a $5 bet, and it pays out like, I don't even remember,
Probably,
a lot.
yeah,
Like
probably
$200 or
$5.
$300.
Yeah, okay,
something
yeah.
like that.
It makes sense because that I've done a kicker bet before. Those are hard to hit.
They are, but it's just fun to
Yeah.
that was what I said, and she enjoyed it. So like, yeah,
And I
win
like
then.
that. I like that. What was your bet that you were like, or did you just make one bet? Was it just one bet and you're gone?
I made other bets, including I'm betting on rugby now.
Oh.
I can
bet
give a
golf.
shout out
I
to
get it.
Angelo.
Okay, yeah.
We're betting on rugby, and this is the first time. I know people are probably turning this off because we're talking about betting. But
Angelo was the guy you see at him and his wife over at Cole Street a few times.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, okay.
So I just got to bring this up because this has never happened to me before. The bet, it's a Six Nations bet. Nobody really cares about it. It's rugby. The line was if you took Italy, they were plus 15,000. Okay.
Right. Yeah.
So a $20 bet pays off 3,000. Okay. So what I decided to do is I was going to go make that bet. Well, then other people, we were talking about it. So we decided, the guys that I work with, there's 4 of us, we'll go in on and make an $80 bet, right? That pays 12,000.
Right.
Okay.
Smart.
Well, I go there, and unbeknownst to me, I didn't realize this.
You have to have a card.
Well,
make a,
you can't make it on the machine.
right. You have to go up front.
So I just decided to do 2 $40 bets. I got past that a little bit. But 2 things have never happened to me before. First one, a clock pops up.
Yeah. You got 15
3-minute,
seconds.
a 3-minute clock that says, I don't remember the wording, but basically I asked the guy next to me because his place was packed. I said, what does this mean? He said they're actually processing, thinking if they will accept your bet. Is what this was. It was a 3-minute timer.
Wow.
So
somebody's just having to manually override this one.
So I made the bet, ended up being a $40 bet, to win 6,000. Well, then because I'd already been paid,
yeah.
I made another one. The clock pops up again, right? It goes through the process. It gives me the slip. I'm like, sweet, right? Angelo was going there a couple hours after me, and he was going to make a substantial larger bet than I was going to. he called me at like 8:30 that night. Right after I made those bets, the lines changed. So instead of plus 15,000,
Yeah.
it dropped to plus 8,000
Oh.
or 8,500.
Whoa.
And I'd never, and nobody else is betting on rugby.
They may.
Well, maybe, but I was like, in my head, I told myself,
It was
my
you.
bets changed the line.
Dude, so you're absolutely right. Have you heard about that's what some people will do on these smaller, like they're not at DraftKings or anything like that, but these kind of like, you can go online and find like lots of different types of pop-up gambling, sports gambling, sites. And what they'll do is they'll manipulate the line. Like they'll put a bunch of smaller bets of like kind of what you're doing, the 40, smaller bets to, 25, 10, and they'll like drop that line down and then go and make a bigger bet now that the line is dropped. They're still going to make their money, but or they'll manipulate it so much to where then it flip-flops, and then they'll go and put, if anyone's been to the racehorses or the racetrack, that's kind of what they do. Okay, you got 5 minutes before this race pops off, and you got your 8 or 7 horses there, and it has like a reader board, almost like a old school baseball board, and like a scoreboard, and it'll be like 1 to 3 to 1 odds, 4.5. It'll just change, and as people bet that line, it'll shrink down, and then the other ones will get bigger, and so you'll see manipulation in that. So if you have a heavy favorite, and it's going to be a heavy favorite, you want to bet it right away because you're going to get that. You're going to get it at that amount, but it will change on you.
Yeah, I've never had that happen, and I've never had it.
That's
pop up
crazy.
on the machine.
I've never had that happen either. Now, my cousin used to play rugby. He played for Central. I want to say Central. So I got to hit him up and see.
You should see if. I mean, it's obviously a long shot. That's what reason the
Right.
odds were like that. But it's this, dude. I'll tell you what. I've invested more learning this. It's called the Six Nation Tournament. It ends in March. It started January 31st and it ends like March something. So there's 6 teams in it. Mm-hmm. They have 5 matches, obviously against the other 5 teams.
Yeah.
And it's like it's like weekly, but then there's a break in the middle. So that's why it takes over a month.
Oh.
So it's actually kind of cool. I mean, it's a month. You just got to sit and wait for a month. But I learned more about just understanding the game, which I still don't completely understand this bonus. They get bonus points and stuff. But yeah, it was kind of cool. So shout out to Angelo for that.
Shout out to Angelo. Thank you for bringing rugby up. Maybe next year we should. Is this like once a year, kind of March
I think
Madness
so.
kind of
Yeah,
thing?
this is like it is yearly because I look back at some of the past results.
Yeah, that's cool. I have to get in on this. Other news: Casey Kane.
I did see he's racing again.
He's racing one race, Rockingham Easter weekend. They brought Rockingham back. It's North Carolina. And I was talking to a friend today about it who lives over in the Carolinas, and she was telling me about kind of, where it's at, where it's located, yada, yada, yada. But, yeah, he's back. Richard Childress for one race. I couldn't believe it, man. I almost want to – I mean, I'm pretty booked with a lot of dumb, stupid stuff, but –
like Vegas.
Yes. But I would totally – like that's like a dream. Like, it's like when you had a dream, like, oh, I had a dream that Casey Kane went back for one race, and – like it's actually happening. And he tested. He hasn't raced in 6 years, so he was there running hot laps there just because they redid the track, they redid the safer barrier walls, they repaved everything, and it's a narrower track. Now he's been racing like dirt track with his open wheel sprint cars, but he had the 8th fastest lap. Hasn't raced for 6 years, and now all of a sudden he's the 8th fastest on that testing Rockingham in like okay equipment. Richard Childress is mostly like kind of low end. This garage night beer is hitting me. It's kind of low end equipment from where he used to be. I can't remember. You remember with like Dale Earnhardt and it was Jimmy Johnson and Jeff Gordon, and I can see the guy's flipping face, but I can't remember the name. But anyway, he's got the low end equipment, but I'm excited. Easter weekend.
Cool.
We got March Madness coming up.
March Madness is coming up.
Are you doing anything? Are you kind of like watching a little bit? Or are you?
I don't know. I thought you said we were going to Vegas.
I can't go to Vegas now. You know what? Funny thing, I tried booking. So they wouldn't allow me, even at my status. They would not allow. I got Super Bowl last year. I tried to get it for March Madness, even going into the March Madness weekend. No comps, completely booked and blacked out. Wow. So can't do it from where I want to go. And then the weekend before that, I was like, well, maybe we'll back it up a weekend and we'll just get in there before. Nope, can't do it. That's blacked out. Well, that's the NASCAR Vegas race is that weekend. So we had to push ours out to April. We will be there first week of April, which I wonder when usually.
Because we're gonna wait for Enumclaw spring break to go, huh?
Is that Enumclaw spring break?
No, it's the I don't know, in the teens, like around the 12th.
That's a great point. We got to figure that out now that
That's when we're going to Toronto. That's why I know it.
Whole fam, or just you and the gal?
Me and the gal.
But that's not going to be. Why are you going to Toronto?
Blue Jays game.
Oh, April.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought you were talking about March. Let's see.
Assuming we're still allowed into Canada.
Well, because you might be the tariff sheriffs. That's crazy. Championship 2025 is. That's awesome, dude. This is getting better and better. I'm going to be in Vegas for the championship, for the NCAA championship game, April 7th. That's great.
Nice.
I'm going to be there. I can sports bet it right then and there.
You going to go over to Circa and watch it?
It depends on how we do. There's so much things that are going on right now with all that, but I just got to hit these bets over here. All right, we've been talking too much sports, but I want to talk a little bit about golf. Just got back from a golf trip with some friends. Sunny weather, 3 rounds.
Where did you go?
Down Southern California.
Oh,
like the kind of where the golf mecca is down there.
Like Palisades area?
That is definitely not the golf area. No. I went to the Gulf of America instead of the Gulf of Mexico.
Gotcha.
No, got it. Anyway, first 15 holes, great. Last 3 holes, bombed. Farted all over the place.
Oh, so you only golfed 1 round?
Oh, I golfed 3 rounds, and that's how every round went.
Oh, gotcha.
And I can't tell.
I thought you meant the first 15 of the first round, and the rest all sucked.
No, 3 rounds, first 15 holes, great, decent, good, parred every first hole, and then fell apart by the last 3 holes. Sucks. I'm not in golf form. I can't tell if it's the beers. Is it the beers? Should I ease up on the beers? Or am I just fatigued? I can't tell. All right, I need to get it off my chest. Talked to a guy at work today. His name's Dustin. He had to work on my computer a little bit.
So he's an IT guy.
IT guy, and he's talking to me while he's working on my IT. Probably he's just like disabling things for me because they're probably gonna fire me. Who knows? Like they're just like, yeah, just let me get in here and make
tomorrow.
Fridays.
Yeah,
it's Friday. Absolutely, I'm on the list.
Hey, you get laid off tomorrow. I'll buy you a beer out somewhere tomorrow night.
Garage?
What?
Garage beer?
Sure.
Okay, cool. Thank you. That's very nice of you.
Yeah, I feel bad.
And he's like, hey, how's the
you'll get the second round though.
He goes, how's the Enumclaw discussion board going? And I forgot about that. I'm like, dude, how does this guy know about it? So I retold the story. He laughed, but he was probably again disabling things and keeping things nonchalant. But I forgot that is still even a thing. So should I delete it? Are we at the point where I just delete it now and see if anyone even notices? Like just one person notices?
I don't know. I saw the other day that they posted the 2 hours late to school on the discussion board.
Shut up.
I'm just kidding.
Let's actually see the last thing that was posted. This is a fun little segment. Last thing posted on the Eagle Discussion Board Gazette. While I'm pulling this up, let's just see. Oh, 6 new. What the Shrek? 3 hours ago, there's preschool enrollment.
Ooh, see that? That's important. Is
Uh,
the Enumclaw preschool?
1 day ago. Oh wow! I gotta get in on this. People are still using this thing. 6 days ago, Eden Club Parks Recreational and Cultural. 41 post outreach. I mean, no one's even looking at this anymore. Foothills Nature School. Amber Keating posted about the Eden Club class of 2005, and I wrote, "Can't wait to be there." Oh, that's good stuff. That is good stuff. Okay. Yeah, I guess it's still being used here and there for just whatever. I don't know. It's dumb. Snow. It's been snowing this week, and I couldn't help but think about the people that have to work outside in it. And then I immediately thought of you. When it snows,
Yes.
what does a city surveyor end up doing when it's snowing?
You can still work.
Yeah, what does that look like?
A little bit more window time. You gotta stay warm.
Yeah. So does that mean like you're just kind of planning or catching up on paperwork? Like
Sometimes. I mean, it depends on if contractors in town are working or if they need stuff but most of them couldn't do a whole lot with it being low. It's the low temperatures that matter in construction, not necessarily the snow. If
right.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Okay.
Because you can't pave, you can't do concrete when it's so cold.
Right.
But so it's not really the snow; it's the cold weather that's worse.
Do people take sick days that time, vacation, or are they just like, nah, I'll just go in there and just sit around and just look at my computer for a while?
Probably a combination of both for the most part. I mean, there's always something to do. It's just a matter of something that could take an hour, maybe takes you 3. You know, what I mean. There's stuff to do. It's just a matter of prolonging it to maybe take a little longer than it should.
And do they have, with some companies they have reviews?
Yeah, we have yearly reviews.
Do you have people that work under you where you have to put together reviews for them, or are you working on reviews for yourself?
Well, I work on reviews for myself.
Yeah.
I do not directly have reviews for people under me. I'm part of like the process, like my opinion on those people below me, but I don't directly turn in the review.
So you might
our supervisor turns in all the reviews.
So you might have a supervisor hit you up and say, "Hey, how did so and so do?"
Yes.
What's some growth areas? What's some strength areas, kind of thing?
Correct. And I usually, throw a meme at them or some kind of quote, like a Yogi Berra quote, like a baseball quote,
Nice.
to demonstrate my evaluation.
Is that how you in your own evaluation?
I quote everything.
It's
I
just
just go find random quotes.
wow. Is this all on Teams where you're just like finding gifts and sending it in Teams?
It's through a NeoGov thing, but through gifts, I did gifts through Teams. Yes.
I love how now Elon Musk is plugged in and just like, you know what? I'm just going to check out a random person out in Washington State and how he reviews things. Just going to see how the I'm the efficiency coordinator.
I would love to work with Elon.
Would you like to peruse where money's going? Is that
No, I just mean work with him. Period.
so in case he's listening,
Like I'll leave my job to go work for him for the right salary,
which would be
more than I make now. You can't put that out in the air. It's a negotiating tactic.
yeah. Good point. Would you go high and hope that he comes down from it, or would you do the reverse psychology and go very low and see if he like says no, man?
Oh, guy's worth 400 and some billion. I'm going high.
You're going super high.
Yeah.
What's a billion to him?
Nothing.
Like it's nothing.
Probably like $100 for us.
Well, I mean, let's see. How much does he have?
Like 465 billion,
So that'd be like us having $4,000,
basically.
and we're just like, here's a billion.
He's
What-
getting a bad rap. Just throwing that out there.
Oh,
I know a lot of people aren't going to agree with me, but he's getting a bad rap.
Are you trying to tank this podcast?
No.
Okay, good.
I'm actually enjoying it.
Yeah.
I'm throwing out more of my own personal opinions. Have you not noticed that?
Yeah. I do.
I'm taking the leap. I'm letting people know about me.
I like that. That's.
I want to know about you.
So you're. I think it is extremely interesting what they're uncovering. It's definitely sets a scary thing of like if he could go into my bank account and be like, what I don't like what this guy's doing, kind of the thing.
I don't think that's the case.
I'm just saying it set a scary precedent. I don't think it's going to happen, but it's very interesting what they're uncovering, where all that money goes, all our money goes.
And I think three quarters of what's reported is actually true.
Yeah, in general, like what he's reporting, or what the media is reporting on him.
What they're finding to be true as far as money goes, I think 3/4 of it's true.
Okay, I like that. By the way, what's this phone number you wanted me to call? Am I calling
Call
it?
it.
Am I really calling it?
Yeah.
See,
I posted what it was on my Facebook page, but don't look at it yet. Go ahead and just call that number.
okay.
I'll preempt this just so everybody knows if they didn't see it. This was a billboard in Kansas City right near the Chiefs Stadium. And it's big red billboard. If you want to be part of the Kansas City Chiefs pep rally, call
Really?
this number.
All right. Dude, how come I can't allow paste? There we go.
It's just a phone number.
Yeah, I can't. Can you read it to me? Since you already posted it, because it's like literally the word. Oh wait. Let me see this real quick. Okay, 831, right?
Let's see here. I'll tell you.
Actually, I got it. And I'm gonna put this on. Okay, 3, 2, 3. Oops. And then okay, 4652. All right, we're gonna call it.
Go Birds.
You hung up on me. ELGL.
Dude,
Yes,
that's pretty good. Kansas City fans thinking that's a pep rally for the Kansas City Chiefs get that as a recording.
that's a Craig thing.
I would. It was an East Coast company that probably spent a hell of a lot more than I would have did it, but I would do something like that.
That's
It'd be awesome.
Yeah. Even better.
Yeah.
Just such a troll thing to do.
Yes.
Oh man. Yeah, I'm excited. So what's your Super Bowl snack? And let me. I think we've talked about this. Unless this is, I'm mixing this up with Christmas, where Christmas you kind of do your own thing at home and maybe go to your parents for a little bit. But what do you do for Super Bowls?
I do not know what I'm doing for Super Bowl this year. 2 years ago, I'm trying.
You want to come over?
I'm trying to not do what I did 2 years ago.
Which was
Just me and Keri and Sid. Didn't do anything.
just chill.
Just chilled. Because I am one of those people that I wear my emotions during a game.
Right. Me too.
And I don't like
Yell,
I don't like
scream.
having a ton of conversation. And so
Yes.
it's easier when I sit by myself.
Agreed.
But that being said, like maybe I need to change it up a bit. I don't know. Like I've never been to like a Super Bowl party.
Ever?
Like not like a big party. Like
Like,
I've been to my parents' house.
Okay.
We used to do that all the time. We used to go to my parents' house, have like pizza or nachos or do something.
Right.
But I've never been to like a bar to watch a game.
Okay.
A Super Bowl. I've never
Yeah.
been to like a huge like I actually thought about it. I'm not going to do it this year. But there's a place in Lakewood that is a huge Eagles bar here in Washington.
You don't want to die, is what you're saying.
Well, no. I mean, I've seen pictures. The people there seem like they have a ton of fun. And I said something to Keri. I'm like, man, we've never did anything like this before. Why don't we dress our Eagles gear, because everybody there is going to have Eagles gear on,
Right.
and go watch the Super Bowl? Well, even though I want to do something different, I don't know if I could do something like
Yeah,
that.
that's like saying, "Hey, I'm used to watching, and now you're just jumping into a pool at that point."
Exactly.
Do you want to come over?
Maybe.
I got the beer here. We could make some. What snacks would you like? If
You gonna make Philly cheesesteaks?
Yeah, we'll make Philly cheesesteaks.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
What else? I'm just saying in general. If you're not coming to my house, but maybe Holly's like.
Oh, hey,
Let's get Travis
Let's do this
back.
real quick though. Shout out to Holly.
For
I got an invite a couple Fridays ago. So hey, I was happy. I honestly
for what?
to go play some cards at
Monopoly deal?
she said cards
to get me back and go to Phil's. She wanted to get
you back.
because she's been trying to get me to go, and I'm like, we're gonna do it, but I'm just busy. I'm just going over the place.
Well, honestly, if I wouldn't have had something already planned,
If you
I
would've-
probably would have went down there just cause. But I didn't. I mean, the honest truth is though, it's weird. I just happened to see it because she hit me up through Facebook Messenger,
yeah.
which I don't always get. I don't get a notification. I get a notification that says like, "Oh, you have a message or something," and I typically just don't pay attention to it. And I actually looked at it, so and then answered her back. But shout out to her for inviting me. I was actually happy to be invited, and at some point, I'd love to go hang out with them.
You know what I'm gonna do now that I thought about what you said there? If the Seahawks or the Mariners or the Kraken, and if the Sonics come back or the Sonics, not the Sounders,
What about Seawolves?
not the Seawolves, I will host at a local like bar, maybe even my house. We'll watch the game. Most communities get destroyed by either the winning team or the losing. Like the Philadelphia is going to be a madhouse no matter what, right?
It was after the NFC Championship game.
Yeah, I mean this is grease the polls. Things are getting to get crazy.
Did you see that kid?
No,
You didn't see that?
no.
He climbed a light pole, and the light part of the top
Was hot?
busted,
Oh,
and he fell.
did he die?
He ended up
Oh,
he ended up passing away, and that's not a good thing. But I'm just bringing it up because there's people that do stupid stuff.
Stupid stuff. They get wild. They get crazy. They get drunk. They get some drink in them. They're excited.
It was a college kid from Temple.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, well, I mean, that's sad, rip, for sure. But what I was thinking is if one of the Seattle, get out of there, Goose, get out of Craig's face, you weirdo. If one of the hometown teams make it and win, rather than destroying the town of Enumclaw and the community, I'm deleting the Enumclaw Discussion Board Gazette. That's me destroying an online community. I am going to shut it down.
So it'll be there forever. It's basically what you're saying.
I mean, probably for a while. Yeah, probably for a while.
I did place a bet for the Mariners to win the World Series.
For 2020,
Yeah, feature bet.
What's that? What are the odds on that?
Oh, it was like 3,000.
It's probably $20 for 3,000.
No, I think it was plus 3,000.
Yeah, dude. They did nothing this offseason except for like re-sign people that they used to have. Let me ask you about you and Keri. Valentine's Day is around the corner.
Valentine's Day is stupid. Don't want to talk about that. We don't do it.
I know that.
So what do we need to talk about?
But what's your anniversary? When's your anniversary?
In August.
And what are we at right now? We at 20 yet?
It'll be 24 in August of this year.
What do you guys do to keep the spice alive in conversation? You guys probably know a lot about each other already. You know how to communicate. You know how to apologize. You know what to bring up, what not to bring up. But how do you keep the connection going when it.
Act stupid.
Oh, that's smart.
It is.
That is actually genius.
Both of us could look at each other and go, "You're so dumb,"
Yeah.
and then vice versa.
It
makes it fun.
You create a problem, kind of a mini problem, nothing catastrophic, but a mini problem that she can still feel like she can fix you.
Yeah,
You get fit. You're like a reoccurring episode of a TV show.
it's stuff like
You're Doug Heffernan from King of Queens.
Oh yeah,
That's who you.
That's a good show.
Yeah, that's who you are. and Keri is, I think Keri. Anyway, sorry. I was gonna.
No, I was just saying, just dumb stuff. I mean, come out like with
naked.
No,
Oh.
like if I was wearing like sweatpants, like but try to pull it up to like my chin and walk around. So stupid
At your house.
at my house. Just to see what kind of reaction I'll get.
Oh, it's so
Stuff like
good.
that. Just to see what the reaction will be.
Is there off limits reactions? Like for instance, would you rip a large, loud, disgusting, wet fart?
Yeah, why not?
And she still wants to do some.
She'd probably be like, "You need to go check your pants."
Do you and does she get funny with it and rip a loud, large disgust, or is she like girls don't?
She's not like that. Definitely not like that. But I'm not sure she's like putting a leg to the side or something like that.
Jamie and I are it's our 10-year coming up here in October, and it's crazy, it's wild, it's flown by.
You guys do anything like big?
Well, we're gonna go to Hawaii in August. I've never been, and we're gonna go with my parents, and so it's kind of an excuse for that. Although it's also my dad's 70th, and we're gonna bring Jacqueline and Kane. We only have so much room, so the other kids are, the other two that are out of the house, they're probably going to be like, "Oh, that's lame. You love them more." Well, no, we're going to treat it as a graduation gift for Kane, who's going to be graduating the following year. So it's kind of preemptive graduation thing, and then we're bringing our 9-year-old. So that's not weird. Anyway, so we're going to do that. But Jamie and I, we're doing this. There's this app called Paired, Paired. It costs like $40 a year, but you get a 7-day trial, and it has 3 things on. I love it right now. Jamie and I, even though we've been together for 10 years, and that kind of prompted my question about how you keep it like the connection going. They basically have the first one is like share a moment or a time, and it could be a photo or like something from a vacation or whatever, like where this, Jamie really made you feel like you were $1 million or something like that, or maybe where of a project you guys completed, or maybe what you're currently working on, or just share a moment when was your favorite date, something like that. So that's good. They answer, you answer. They can't see your answer until they answer, so that's kind of cool too. So you can't get anyone back, and maybe you say the same thing. The second one is, there's 3 things each day. Second one is more of like a 5-question, almost like a 0 to 4, 0 being the not at all and 5 all the time kind of a thing. And when you guys have a discussion, do they interrupt? Well, obviously Jamie would be like, that's a 3. Yeah, Travis always interrupts, and I would be like 1, and then the last one, the last thing that you do each day is more of like a flip card thing, or maybe a multiple choice thing, and it could be anything from sex to, like apologies to whatever. And then you put what you, like for instance, it'd be like when your spouse apologizes, you like to hear them say, A, I'm sorry for XYZ. B, I'm sorry for XYZ, and this is what I'm going to do differently. C, I'm sorry for XYZ. Please forgive me. Or D, I'm sorry for XYZ. How can we figure this out together so I don't do this again? And then you kind of like, so you'll choose one of those, and then you choose what they normally do, and then you guess kind of what they're going to say too. So there's so many, it just creates conversation. I'm a conversation guy. Now, are you guys conversation people?
Not to do something like that. No.
No. Would she want that?
No.
Too much work? Or just like uninterest?
It would be more of an uninterested. I mean, I bet you that we would be in the minority of people generally. Like what you said, it probably gets the mind flowing, talk things out, blah. You know what I mean? So
Exactly, yeah.
Neither one of us would have been like that.
How did you guys get together?
Oh man, just don't have enough time in the day to talk about that.
You don't remember at all.
We were in high school. We were friends in high school.
Yeah, but like, who made the first like, hey, let's date?
Actually, I wanted to date in high school, and she
Got rejected by me.
Wanted
and then,
to just be friends in high school, and then once we went over to college, we were there like 2 weeks, and I think honestly, she would admit to it. She got a little jealous.
Yeah, that's it. Okay, what? Some girl was talking to you a little bit?
Well, we were in a co-ed dorm, and we had the largest, me and the guy I was rooming with, who not here anymore with us.
Right,
but we had like a double room. It was like an old study library. We had like a full-size fridge, and we like had people in our room all the time, males and females. And
So
when
you're
she would come
you're
down,
you were Van Wilder.
I mean, the first year, well, first 3 quarters or 2 quarters, because we moved out after 2 quarters.
Wait. This is just 2 quarters into a year?
Well, we ended up getting a variance to move over into an apartment, and you usually can't do that as freshmen.
Ooh, so he's like red shirt and freshman over here kind of a thing.
Yeah, it was kind of cool, and then they tried taking it back afterwards.
Oh, really? Like,
Yeah.
oh, sorry, never mind. You guys are too much like Van Wilder. We can't have this.
We showed the housing. We had to prove to the housing people, authority, whatever they got over there, that they signed off on us moving out of the dorms.
Really?
Yeah. It was actually pretty funny.
That's way cool.
Yeah. But 2 weeks in, I think, because they were in the same dorm. She obviously shared a room with her sister. And they were in the same dorm as we were, so they would come down also. And just, I think it was just because we were good friends and she kind of saw other girls hanging out, doing that kind of stuff, that she decided she wanted to start dating.
Wanted to snatch that up before anyone else could.
I mean, why not? I get it.
I get it too. And
then the story just wrote itself from there.
Yeah, did you guys break up for like a weekend, or like, was there some point, not like a big fight, but you're like, maybe we
did.
How long did that last?
On and off for a couple months.
Oh, so you guys would get back together and break up and get back together?
I mean, it was maybe a couple months of that weird not knowing where you're at. And then she decided to come home. So I was over there for a quarter on my own. So, I mean,
Was this a Ross and Rachel moment? Were you guys on a break?
Yes. Yeah, I mean...
Was she dating others? Were you dating others?
No. We were not dating others.
Were you dating others?
I was not dating
others. Did you go on a date?
I did not go on a date.
We're getting a lie detector.
That's fine. I didn't go on any dates.
I want her and you on a lie detector.
That's completely fine.
Do you guys think now?
Her sister was still over there. She knew what I was doing.
Oh yeah,
it's not like I could
That's
just
true.
go.
That's true. She'd probably murder you too. So, okay. So then she leaves for a quarter. Does she come back?
No, she never did.
Did you leave?
I ended up leaving because I got put on academic probation because we probably shouldn't have been in the apartment as freshmen.
What a full circle story there. Can you tell like the major event that really was like, why did we sign off on these people to get their own apartment over here?
I could share it. Probably the very first night
The very first night you guys move in
So
there?
we move in. This guy we moved in with was 22,
Yeah.
21, 22. So and we knew him kind of ahead of time.
Junior.
He would have been a junior.
Okay.
We knew him through another friend.
Okay.
So he doesn't really know us. We don't really know him, but we just know an acquaintance, right?
From
Another friend that we knew.
right, but like, is everyone from Enumclaw,
No,
or is it
this
just
guy? I don't even remember where he was from.
Okay, all right.
And this is a bigger dude, big guy, full
Football
beard.
player?
That's type size. He
Okay.
didn't play football, but
Jason Kelsey. Okay, so far we got Jason Kelsey.
So the very first night that we moved in, we were out back because apartments. There's like a back door,
Yeah.
and me and the guy I was rooming with over in the place were partaking of a little bit of grass.
Oh, okay, you guys just
Outside.
mowed. You got just mowed and
Yeah, and all of a sudden we look and there's a wall that runs along the back of this complex, like between your back door and like the parking lot,
yeah.
and we see like people moving, like running, and we're like, so we went inside. Instantly, there's knocks on the door.
Oh no.
It was campus police.
Oh no.
And this dude that we just moved in with had to answer for us. And it was a long thing, blah, blah, blah. Long story short, it ended up that they couldn't prove anything. The dude that we moved in with was basically like, this is my apartment.
Right. This is
and
my,
then
yeah.
shut the door and then proceeded to have a in-depth discussion with us.
Even though he was partaking.
No, he wasn't.
Oh.
I'm talking about the guy I was rooming with came over together.
Got it.
So we were the two of us and then the guy that already owned the place.
And so he's like, never again.
Yeah, so I think that we were kind of already like on the radar.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it was just a continuous.
Do you think that, let's say that didn't happen? Let's say that you guys didn't move out to the apartments. Let's say you guys still stayed in the dorm rooms. Would you and Keri be here together today?
I don't know the answer to that because I'm not sure. I'm not sure without getting myself put on academic probation and really thinking about what I wanted to do, if I wouldn't have just stayed at school. Because I went to school to do business and marketing. Like that was my dream, is to be like that, the guy that flies around making gobs of money, being like that dude that was just badass marketing guy, right? Like the guy that they'd call you. And I rethought about that once I got put on academic probation. Like, I'm like, do I really want to do that for the rest of my life? Blah, blah. Well, my answer was I'm going to come home and think about it instead of paying to go to school again. And then, ended up really never going back.
Was a big reason of you not going back Keri?
It ended up being that, but she wasn't the reason I decided not to go back, but it made it easier to stay here, if that makes sense.
And how soon did you move back? Did you guys get engaged? Because 24, you got to be very...
We were married in 2001.
Yeah, so you got to be like right there.
So I came back would have been June of 2000.
A year after you graduated.
Yep. And we were engaged in September, October. No, it would have been August because it was the fair. Yeah,
that's right.
Fair.
July.
Yeah, so July. It would have been July. So yeah, it wasn't that long after I decided that it definitely wasn't going back.
So you got married in 01?
Yeah.
Let me see what
August of 01.
So let's see. So I graduated in 2000. I meet Sadie in 2001, like in March. We come back home. Yeah. And dude, we come back home. Yeah. So 02, we got married in August. So we were a year after. August 17th. What were you guys?
25th.
25th. wow, I'd be on my 23rd year of marriage.
It's crazy if you
I
talk
were
if you talk to just people that maybe you work with or don't really know you. And I mean, honestly, I'm old, but I'm not super old.
Right? No, you don't look old.
To say, oh, I'm 43. Basically, I'll be 44, and then I'll celebrate 24 years a month later.
That's wild. Yeah. You have people that are living or working at your place, and remember working someplace. We already had this conversation where you find out, but this is back when you were like 20, 21, 22, and they're like, "Oh, I graduated when you were born."
Yeah,
and now you're working with people that were born when you graduated. Like there's people that are 24 right now, or maybe 25.
You know what's funny is it's not. I think that's part of it. I think that is some of it. But the fact that I see people generally in the workforce that could have been like they're younger than Kenzie.
Yeah.
Like younger than my kid.
Right.
Not necessarily because they were born in 2003, which I would already graduated like that. But the fact is they're younger than my kid.
Yeah.
That's a little bit that kind of throws it in perspective for me.
Yeah, it's weird. It's so weird. It's wheeled. It's so wheeled. Corey missed a banger of a deep conversation with you right there.
Yeah.
And do we know why? Do we know why he couldn't make it?
He had an appointment.
Oh, okay. Like, are we talking about like when we tell our work that we have an appointment, and really we just want to just?
No, I'm pretty sure he actually had an appointment because I was literally
Just
talking to
there?
him. I was just at my parents' house before he was leaving to go to his appointment.
Is there something we should be concerned about? Is it a HIPAA law? HIPAA. Never mind HIPAA.
Maybe it was an appointment to look at an apartment.
Ooh. Maybe it's the same.
Or maybe he had an appointment through Bumble.
Ooh.
I don't know.
What if he shows up to this guy's place that he's gonna rent from, and the guy's like, Bentley. Man, that sounds. Hey, I rented to a guy back in Western or Eastern. Where were you? Central. Central. So many years ago. Da 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 da. No, never again. I said.
I don't think that'd be around here. I keep a low profile.
Who is Cooper Cup was Eastern?
Yes.
Who's from Central?
John Kitna.
Kitna, that's right.
He's got his jersey in the gym.
Yeah.
I've seen it numerous times.
There you go. Kitna. Well, I'm happy that you and Keri are together. A very interesting story. You can kind of you trace back things, and as you get older, you look back on like paths that you took that got you to a spot. And at the time, maybe it was like all coincidence, and then you kind of look at it like, maybe there's a little guidance here. Maybe it's crazy.
A lot of forks in the road.
Yeah, for you eat. Spoons and knives, too.
Yeah.
Same with me, too, though.
Take the road less traveled every time.
Did you negotiate with her and say, hey, we're going to have waffles every Christmas Eve?
You know, to be honest with you, I don't.
Who thinks they lucked out on this one between you and Keri?
We both enjoy it. Even though she's making them, so 3/4 of the time that people are there.
I'm talking about your relationship, not the waffles.
Oh, that's what you were asking.
It was like super deep there for a moment until I realized you're talking about the waffles.
So what? The question about the relationship was what?
So, oh man, I thought, wow, I'm like, whoa, Craig's really like he's ready for an answer on this one, and then you're just talking about waffles. It's like, man, this guy thinks about. Yeah,
that's what you were talking about.
Who did luck out on this whole waffle thing? No, I mean, like, who's looking at that relationships between you two and going, are you going, man, I really lucked out with Keri, or is she going, wow, I really lucked out with Craig?
I think we both did.
Okay, so same thing as the waffles.
Yeah.
Same exact answer as the waffles.
I wake up and I look over and I say, what did I do to deserve her?
Yeah.
That's what I do every morning when I wake up.
Like, as a punishment?
No, that's just what I say to myself.
No, do you really say that?
Hmm?
You don't say that.
I've told her that too, numerous times.
What did I do to deserve her?
The context, the way I said it, my voice might sound a little different, like more sarcasm in it.
What about what would she say though?
What do you mean?
What do you think she would say? Would she say that like
She said she would say the same thing. I personally feel she would say that she lucked out, but I also lucked out by having somebody like her that puts up with me. I guarantee that's what she would say. Because I'm an acquired taste, whether you think so or not.
dude, Craig, you've gotten okay. We're gonna go deep here. Corey probably wishes. You've always been super supportive. You've always been a nice guy. You've always been a gentleman, also a little bit of a troll, but mostly a gentleman at first. You're always a gentleman at first until you get that trust and that safety zone, and then you troll the crap out of people. You want another one?
No, I'm good.
And so when you brought this up, I was like, dude, this guy's bought shirts. This guy's brought us beer. This guy has been a listener. He's been messaging on occasion. Craig's the real deal with this podcast, and that's what I like. I like, for instance, like Joey looked at it as an opportunity because I had Zach on his cousin, and me and Joey didn't know each other, and Joey only listened to the episode with Zach Peterson, and so when he saw that, he reached out to me and said, "Hey, when are we doing this thing? Have me on. When is this going to happen?" And Joey's kind of, that's just kind of how he is. He's always been that way. I miss him in a sense of having him on here. I still see him, but I miss him having him on here because it'd be good to kind of talk with him still. And I don't know if you started listening because of when did you start listening? What was the episode that you're like, you know what, I'm going to check this one out? Can you remember? Because I have had multiple guests, different types of guests. I've had Jacqueline Morgley on. I've had
Well, see, I would have. This would have
Zach,
been.
yeah,
This would have been like, obviously before we started coming on. When you were, I think some of the first episodes I listened to, you were actually in here, in the house before you went out to the garage.
Yeah, you were on. Yeah.
No.
Oh, you started listening to
the first episode that I was on. We were in the corner in there in the garage.
Yeah.
With the little tiny table.
Yes.
That was the first episode.
Was that when Keri was also a studio audience?
Yes.
Yeah.
But that was also part of Sean's.
Yeah.
We hadn't started Garage Night yet.
For Garage Night.
Yes, we hadn't started. That was the first time I was actually on the show. Was during, not
Garage Night. Brouhaha, which
Yeah.
is so crazy that the Kelseys listened to both of those things and they said, how can we show that we love Craig Bentley? We can do both. Let's merge the beer pod with the Garage Night we listen to all the time, and we're going to make a garage beer.
Going along those lines, what do you think of this? Can I drink garage beer during the Super Bowl?
You have to.
Well, would I not be rooting for Travis then?
You're always rooting for Jason Kelsey, no matter what.
Yeah, that's true. But I'm just wondering
If Jason
you think
Kelsey,
you think it would throw off a vibe, like all of a sudden Travis would score a touchdown or something if I'm drinking garage beer?
no, I think that is a reverse jinx because before you rooted so hard that you would expect that. So you're doing the opposite at this point.
Okay.
I would, if I were in your shoes, I would put down money.
I thought about betting on the Chiefs.
The Chiefs
to money line.
That's interesting.
And then I was told, because I was trying
I would go
I was
spread.
I was trying to go off. I was just trying to do, like you said, reverse jinx. I'm like, I'm just going to go put money on Chiefs money line.
Right.
And then I was told, well, yeah, but what happens when they do win? Do you really want to cash in that money? And then I'm like, no, I don't really. Even if I would have won, which I'm not going to do it, but if I would have had a problem taking the money.
Here's what I want you to do. This is what I want you to do. This is what you're going to do. You can tease the spread. Right now, I think it's
One.
plus one for the
Chiefs are -1.
Chiefs are -1. You tease the Chiefs to +4. Okay? What that means is they've got to lose to the Eagles, but not by 4 or by not 5 or more.
But then I'd just be pissed if the Eagles won the Super Bowl only by 3 because I just made a dumb bet.
But you still get the Eagles to win.
True. But then I'm also thinking about money the entire time.
Okay, then go 2. Tease it to the 2.5, and then have. So basically, what you're doing is you're betting on the Chiefs, but stuck it. But you're also betting on. But you're also bet.
We'll see. I don't know if I'm going to even bet on a game winner.
Yeah, I. Yeah. You know, who inspires you? Are you the inspiration for the gifts? When
For text messaging?
yeah,
100% me. Most people probably don't like it.
I love it.
I do it anyway.
I love it. And
That's literally.
it inspires me. It's a communication.
It's been a while, and it has happened. It's been a while that I couldn't find some type of GIF to actually say what I want to say.
right.
Like, that's just how I communicate. If I could have an entire conversation like that without ever typing actually out, I would do it. I enjoy it.
I enjoy it more.
And it's funny because there's more than it just, they keep coming.
But the worst part though is when you're used to using a certain GIF for things, and then all of a sudden you can't find it.
I don't like using the same GIFs over and over. Then I don't. It probably has happened, but I bet you if you went back and looked in our conversation history, it would be very rare if I used the same GIF anywhere in that conversation. Yeah. I purposely don't like using the same GIFs. Now, if I told you something and I'm texting with somebody else and it happened to be the same thing, I could use the same GIF there, but it's 2 separate people.
Right.
Now, if we were texting and then 2 days from now we're having similar conversation, I'm not going to use the same GIF.
This is like turning into a TED Talk. Like, the importance of you. I'm not gonna. It's like a Super Bowl commercial. Let's do shout outs. I'm gonna shout out Washington State for allowing for sports betting. It does make the games so much better.
Well, Washington State doesn't.
They allow the tribes.
The tribes allow it.
Well,
let's be honest.
Okay, that's true. And I also want to shout out Amanda Keating. Amanda Keating listens all the time. I did say she was going to be on at some point, which we're going to have her on for sure. But the funny thing is the other night I was trying to earn a little extra money for my trip, so I turned on like around 10, maybe 11. DoorDash. And what you do with DoorDash, you want to go to the hotspots in a sense, or you want to be nearby things that, especially at that time, they're still open, like a Safeway, or the McDonald's is open still, depending on what the hours are, Subway or Jack in the Box, just depends. Anyway, so I'm just chilling in the Safeway parking lot, waiting for something to hit my phone. And I'm chilling. I'm playing this this Balatro, this game that I'm just addicted to. And I get this Facebook message on Instant Messenger from Amanda that says, look over. And unbeknownst to me, in this parking lot, there's probably 5 cars in it. They're parked directly. I know the car drove up. I saw it in the peripheral, and they just sat there. But I'm not playing my game. I'm not making eye contact at 11 p.m. And I look over, and there she is, and she's with her friend, and so I rolled down my window, rolled down her window, or I didn't roll down her window, she rolled down hers. Anyway, I said, "What's up? Hey, what's up? How's it going?" She goes, "I'm waiting for you to come on. I'm listening to the podcast, and every time you start to bring it up, Corey interrupts, not Craig." Corey interrupts when you're like, "Yeah, it was, Amanda Keating's going to be on." So thank goodness that Corey's not here to interrupt me even during this episode, and he'll never listen. Corey's not going to listen to this, but
only 4 other people will.
But yeah, we actually had the most downloads we've had on a garage night for like the last one we did. I don't know what happened.
I downloaded a lot.
The snow hit. I needed good quotes for my review.
I'm actually putting it out as a reference if I
yeah.
ever go do a job. They're like, I was on this podcast.
Over and over, it shows diligence. I was even
So
doing
is marketing, and wow, can't think of it right now. I want to say feasibility, but it's not really feasibility.
yeah, but it's one of those things where you
Credibility.
yeah you can show them like, listen, I did not want to do this, but I put in the time, I put in the work. You can see I'm on over 200 episodes
that was the work. I really wanted to do this. I just didn't want to come off.
like okay, yeah, true.
So now,
True.
It's true colors.
What's your shout out or your shit out?
I don't have one.
The Chiefs?
Yeah, I'll shout out the Chiefs and a great season that they had. And they're more than welcome to come to Philly on Thursday to celebrate the parade.
Oh, for who?
Well, obviously they're coming to Philly.
But are they going to celebrate in Philly
Yeah.
on their own?
No, they can stand.
Duck boats.
They can stand on the side
Oh,
and watch
yeah.
Jalen and Saquon carry the trophy down
Hopefully the envy. I got.
down whatever street they're going down.
Hopefully Saquon becomes a defensive back between now and then I can win both those bets. Real quick, Super Bowl predictions. Are you really feeling like you're jinxing? I like getting scores. I like getting or are we not? Are you avoiding that?
32-24.
Right now? Chiefs?
No. It's going to be 21-0 at halftime.
Chiefs.
Yes. And then the final score is 32-24 Eagles.
Okay, cool. No, I can't. I'm going to go 10-13.
Actually, I'm
half.
on like 3 boards. Let me take those scores back. Let me figure out what my numbers are on my Super Bowl squares, and I'll recreate my number.
I'm going to go 13-10 Chiefs at halftime. So I get my like one touchdown and one for each. And then I'm going to go at the end of the game, it's going to be 27-23 Eagles. So 27-23 Eagles. 27-23 Eagles. They're going to win. They'll come back, and then I'm going to lose some of my bets there, but except I am going to get the first, the touchdown and field goal each. So 13 points in the first half by the Chiefs, and then a following 10 points, so they get 23. 10 for the Eagles, and then they finish it off with 17 more. 27-23. I might actually go and predict the score because you can bet that too. I'm going to do that. That's what I'm going to do.
I'm going to do another shout out.
Yeah.
To, I believe, Tolbert. I think that's the ref.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
I'm going to give him a shout out. Great job. Great job to put the naysayers down and not even give Mahomes one roughing the passer call.
Yeah, for sure. And then this upcoming one, and then a shit out to the other guy who was sharing a gambling site where he got fired by the NFL, and he probably here and there manipulated games.
It happens more than people think, and it's not just the NFL.
Oh yeah, rugby hopefully.
Yeah, that would be awesome. If I could find who's doing the Italy match.
All of a sudden, I turn on the TV. I don't catch this rugby game. I just see you huffing up and down as the ref.
Well, I'd have to travel to Italy to do it.
Hey, I'm going to be out of town next week. Where are you going? Italy. All right, everyone. Thanks so much for listening. Send us questions and suggestions, and let's go. You know what? EL. What does the mayor say? EL,
Nope,
GL.
not doing it.
Why?
Not doing what the mayor says.
Why?
Because it's not real. It's not true. It's not how you do things.
I will say this. I do want you here for the Super Bowl. Although I had a guy visiting from Philadelphia from my work, loved the Eagles, loves the Eagles.
Did you say go Birds? Did you tell him go Birds?
No,
Then you got to do that to people who love the Eagles.
we're not there yet. Because the Seahawks and the Eagles had a playoff game like 7 years ago, maybe 8 years ago, 6, 7 years ago. He came over. He just happened to be in town. I said, come over. He's kind of a quiet guy. He didn't want to go to the bar. He didn't know where to go. I said, come over and watch the game with me. I am going to be rooting for the Seahawks. And the Seahawks beat the Eagles. In the midst of also, I had like Jacqueline was like 3 and climbing all over him. I don't think we had a dog there yet, but I had the teenagers and the loud house. He did not enjoy any part of that game, especially the result, but just everything else sucked for him.
Yeah, I would imagine that.
But I am on your side on this one.
So is most of America, which I don't like. I'd rather be the underdog.
Well, the NFL historian type people, they are for the Chiefs.
Well, yeah, because they won a 3-peat.
Well, not only that, but like
You realize why the
Mahomes-
Patriots didn't have a 3-peat, right?
because of the Seahawks.
No.
I don't know. Tuck rule. I don't know.
Eagles split them. They went
split.
3 Super Bowls in a row.
That's right. Foles. That's why you get a statue out in front of.
He'll be in New Orleans.
He'll be there for sure.
Yeah.
Kendrick Lamar. Following any of that.
Hit miss.
Jamie and I spent like 3 hours last night just watching the beef, and I was catching her up on the beef between.
All I know is I think it's very unfair if they let Taylor perform.
They will not let her perform.
We'll see. Gets people to watch.
I mean, well,
Unless they make her wear an Eagles jersey. Because then that would be funny.
a Jason Kelsey.
I'd be fine
Eagles.
with that. Totally
Or
fine
what
with
if she wears the mom jersey
Nope.
that
Because she grew up an Eagles fan, and now she says it was just her dad.
Oh, we don't want you around here no more.
Yeah.
Not a fan.
Yeah. And her dad supposedly is being talked into wearing...
No.
Yeah. I'm not happy about this.
Dude, I couldn't do that.
I'm going to write him off.
You
Not
can't-
that I ever will listen to her that much anyway. But if
more-
I did...
just an even more
yeah.
of an excuse not to. All right. Well, I love you.
I've enjoyed our time today, and I look forward to when we can meet again.
Sounds good. Maybe next week we'll be hoisting the Lombardi together.
That would be awesome.
Or we can do that also on Sunday when you come over and watch the game.
Possible.
All right. Love you guys. Thanks for listening. Have a great week. Send us questions and everything. And also, Corey, hey, show back up, bud.
Go Birds.
Go Birds. But also, not too much because,
Go Birds.
well,
Go Birds.
congratulations on the Super Bowl, Birds. Congratulations.
We don't say that. Go Birds.
Congratulations, on the Super Bowl. Congratulations.
Go Birds.
Congratulations,
Go Birds.
Eagles.
Go Birds.
Congratulations.
Go Birds.
You guys
Go
Super
Birds.
Bowl champs.
Go
Super Bowl
Birds.
champs.
Go Birds.
Yeah.